Hello guys, and today we are back on the couch for another more serious video. And I suggest watching this video to the end if you want to learn everything there is to know. Okay, not maybe everything there is to know, but a lot about the YouTube creator program. So first of all, you might be wondering what qualifies me to talk about the YouTube creator program. Well, and to that I say, I'm glad you asked. Yes, that is a reference to that one person. Anyways, if you don't know, my name is Mars. Had this channel for a while, and I've been monetized for about a year. So while I'm not the most experienced creator, I do know about the process. I've been through the entire process from starting my channel at 9 years old to growing it to the point I had to grow it to get it monetized, to receiving my first payment. So I do know about this process. But anyways, enough about me. I know that you are watching this video because you want to get monetized, because you see all these creators talking about how I'm making money from YouTube. You might have heard of it. I think almost everybody has heard about the YouTube creator program, but if you didn't, well, yes, it is a thing. Yes, you can actually make full-time living wage on YouTube. Am I a person making full-time living wage on YouTube? No, but I do make enough so I can get some cool things once in a while. But anyways, let's talk about these guidelines so we can learn how to become a YouTube partner. So if you don't know what a YouTube partner is, it's a person who works with YouTube, also known as a YouTuber, a person who is able to make money from their content. And there are a lot of different criteria you have to follow in order to get into the YouTube partner program. So I have an account. I have actually a few accounts that aren't monetized, but the one I'm going to use for the demonstration of this video is Quirkimations, my animation account, and my second most popular account, sitting at 46 subscribers. It is not a candidate for monetization yet, so we're going to be looking at the criteria through there. So anyways, swipe right and let's see what criteria is. This is the screen that you will see if you're on the Earn tab. As you can see, you need 500 subs, 3 video uploads, 3,000 watch hours, or 3 million shorts views in order to get low tier monetization. And you're going to need 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours, and 10 million shorts views to get higher tier monetization. So you might be wondering, what is low tier and high tier monetization? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm not funny and nobody asked. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you anyways. So low tier monetization is where you're probably not gonna make any money, for being honest. Unless you have some really, really dedicated fans. But other than that, you're probably not gonna make money with it. It involves memberships, supers, and shopping. But monetization tier that we know everybody wants is the one that involves memberships, supers, shopping, shorts, feeds, ads, and watch page ads. And you might be wondering, well, what are those things? Well, I'm not gonna do it again. And we're gonna explain it. Without further ado, let's go. The shopping feature allows you to design your own t-shirts, mugs, and other things for your fans, so you can have your own merch, something a lot of your favorite YouTubers might do. In fact, you might even own your own pair of merch. I don't. Supers allow your fans to donate money to you through the comment section without having to go through the hassle of making GoFundMes and pretending that somebody died. Memberships basically allow you to make an OnlyFans through YouTube,
but without the hassle of having to photograph or take videos of your family jewels or your kitty cat. That would get you demonetized or taken off the platform. Am I right? Anyways, I'm not funny, but basically, you can allow your fans a unique experience where you can make them pay to watch you. Am I right? Nobody's laughing.
Now let's get into the higher tier perks of being a YouTuber, where you can make money without having people dish out their sweet earned cash to you, only dishing out their sweet born eyes to you.
Shorts feeds ads allow you to share the money that YouTube makes from advertisers on the Shorts feed in particular. It is not as profitable as the general watch page ads, which we will get to in a second, but every single time some pesky ad comes up on your short feed, just know that somebody is getting paid somewhere. Watch page ads are like Shorts feeds ads, but on long form YouTube videos, meaning YouTube videos that are longer than 1 minute, or that are posted to long form YouTube, which you can do if you crop it right. But anyways, same thing as Shorts feeds ads. You can make money from the money that YouTube pays to advertisers, if that makes sense.
Now that I've went through the perks of monetization and the basic criteria, I think we should get into what YouTube's going to be looking for when they review your channel, because yes, your channel will be getting reviewed in the process of monetization. So once you fit that criteria, you're going to go into your Earn tab and you're going to have the ability to monetize. The basic criteria for monetization is that you're going to need to put on your 2-step verification, and then you're going to need to press the button to allow YouTube to review your channel. So there are a few things you're going to want to worry about. For example, if you're not monetize, so I suggest clicking off this video right now. You're going to need to make an AdSense account, which I am going to get into in a bit. You're going to need to have access to the advanced features, which basically your YouTube studio like stuff. And you're also going to have no community guidelines strikes. Make sure that you're posting original, non-repetitive content, because yes, you can be failing your review because of that. And make sure that you take off anything that's really controversial or anything that can get a strike. Alright, now that we're done with that, I think I should start talking about the Google AdSense. So AdSense accounts are made from the website Google Adsense .com. If you just type in Google AdSense, you will find it. And I want to first say something to my viewers who are under 18. Alright, so I know that most of my channel, or a lot of the people who subscribe to me, at least hundreds of my viewers are under 18. So I think I should give you a quick disclaimer. If you are over 18, you can skip to this part, but if you're under 18, stay here with me because it's really important. You cannot keep yourself monetized if you are under 18. The AdSense account requires a person over 18 to make it. I mean, you can make it, but let me tell you something. You're going to have to use the details of someone who is over 18, preferably a parent or guardian, but you know, if you have an older sister, an older friend who can do it for you as well, go ahead. You're going to need to use that person's information, including their ID, as well as birthday, address, name, every single thing that's on their ID. You're going to have to use that, because if you take a picture of an ID and it does not check up with the details you're going to need to put in to set up your AdSense account, then you're going to fail your ID verification. So you're going to need to make sure that if you're under 18, you're using the details. I'm talking name, address, date of birth, social security number, someone who's over 18 with their permission, of course, on the AdSense. If you don't have access to someone who is over 18, then I suggest that you wait until you're 18, because if you decide to just lie about it, well, you're gonna get demonetized. And I know this from experience. All right, so now that I've got that out of the way, let's talk about the creation of your AdSense account, just in general. So, in order to create your AdSense account, you're gonna have to use an email. You can only have one AdSense account per monetized account, and you can always switch accounts if you need to. I had an account that got demonetized on AdSense, so I made a new one. And yeah, you can do that. So in order to make the account, you're going to need to use these basic details: date of birth, name, address. There might be a few others that I've forgotten about, but those are the basic ones you're going to need to use to make the account. And then after that, once you've gotten approved by the verification check, the channel check, which is going to be like only taking a few hours to a few days. And once you've made your AdSense account and connected it to your YouTube studio, you are monetized. But you're not done yet, because if you don't do these next two steps, you will get ads taken off. First, identity verification, which just involves taking your ID, or if you're under 18, the ID of someone who you have the permission to use their ID who is over 18, taking a picture of it, front and back, and submitting it. And the ID verification should be done in a few minutes. You put it in, they're going to verify it like right there and then. Then the next thing you're gonna need to do is your address verification. Address verification, you have, I think, about 4 months to get it done before you're gonna get ads taken off, 3 or 4 months. I don't exactly remember, but I do know that you need to try to get it in as soon as possible, because in a few weeks, your ads will be taken off if you don't verify your address. So, if you happen to be homeless, make sure that you put in an address that you have access to, because you are going to be receiving a little package from AdSense in a few weeks after you put in the address. All right, so once you put in your address to get verified, they're going to go ahead and they're going to send you this little piece of paper. We'll put a picture of it right here. And basically it's going to, of course, have the Google logo. It's going to be able to be torn on both sides. And inside is going to be a little code, which you're going to need to put into your AdSense under the address verification. And once you put it in, it verifies your address. You're done now. Now, you're not completely done with the process of getting fully monetized. Yes, at this point, you will be monetized. You'll be able to check it in YouTube Studio, how much revenue you're making under analytics. If you scroll to the end, we'll say revenue. You can see how much money you're making every single day. But you're still not done with the information you're gonna have to put in, because next you're gonna, of course, have to put in your card, because you want to get paid, right? So you're going to need to put in a method of payment, which means you're going to need to put in the account number and the routing number of a bank account. And don't worry, you don't have to go to your nearest bank and go through the whole process setting up a bank account. No, it can be a Cash App, it can be a PayPal, it can be a Venmo, it can be any of those type of services. I personally use Cash App when it comes to getting paid. If you need a more in-depth video in how to, get set up with Cash App, I can make that, but basically you can just go in the app, you will find your account routing number, and account number inside the app. You're gonna take that, put it into YouTube. You can get set up. If you don't have your own card, you can always make one quick and easy on Cash App. If you're under 18, again, you're gonna have to have someone over 18 use their ID and make you your Cash App account. Your Cash App account can be verified in like a day, and you can have those numbers to put into your AdSense, even though your card will take a few weeks to come. And the way they verify your payment method is basically by sending you an amount of money less than $1. So for me personally, they sent me 82 cents. And the way you verify it is by telling them how much money they sent you. And yes, you get to keep that money. They're not going to take it out. All right. So now you've completed most of your verification. There's still one last verification step you're going to have to go through, and that is tax information, which is basically about the same information you put in before. You're going to need to put in your name. You're going to need to put in your address, and you're going to need to put in either your tax ID or social security number. And of course, if you're under 18, make sure that you're putting in the tax information of whoever's name is on the account, or have them put it in themselves. But do not put in your own name and your own social security number and your own address, unless the address is the same address as the person who you put the account under. Because I've not tested it. I'm not going to try to test it, but I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea. So just go ahead and put in the address, name, and social security number that is on that account. If you don't know your social security number, I'm pretty sure there's ways to find that out, but this video is not a video about, social security number, so just keep that in mind. And last thing you're going to do is choose if you want to receive a W-9 by mail or online. It's your personal preference. You can choose whichever one you want. I personally chose mine to be sent in person. I have still not received it, but a W-9 is basically just like a tax form from YouTube. And if you're not like making a lot of money, don't worry too much about taxes, even though you will still have to put in the information. It'll get verified right there and then. And guess what? Now your account is done. Nothing more needs to get done on your part except, of course, posting and making videos. And the money, once you reach your threshold, will be sent automatically. And keep in mind the threshold is $100. If you make less than $100, you will not be able to get your money. Once you make over $100, the next month you will get paid. The money will show up in AdSense between the 7th and 12th of the month, and you will get paid between the 21st and the 26th of the month. The payment is once a month, so keep that in mind. If you do not make your threshold, the money will be moved on to the next month, so you can try to make it then. And the money will be sent automatically, so there's nothing that you have to do on your part to get it sent to you. Google Adsense will automatically send you your money once all the verification is complete. And the estimates in the app are pretty accurate to what you're actually going to get. The payment received will be under the name of Google Adsense as opposed to just YouTube, and it will be in the form of direct deposit. If you're using something like Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, probably you'll receive it right on the 21st. When it says sent, if it's not in your account immediately, do not get scared, because it sometimes takes a few hours to a few days to get sent. They told me my money was sent in the morning this month on the 21st, and in the afternoon around 4 p.m. I had received it. So don't worry if it doesn't get sent immediately. So Now let's talk about maintaining a monetized channel.
Hey, Editing Mars here, and I forgot to mention that YouTube will not always automatically turn on monetization for long form, so make sure you're doing it yourself right here, making sure it's on, and the dollar sign is green, because or else it will be gray, and that's not monetized.
So basically, once your channel is monetized, you got to be real careful with it. If you're a person who used to post willy-nilly and whatever you want to before, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful now. You're going to want to make sure that you post things that aren't going to be too controversial. Controversial, offensive, anything that people might want to report, or anything that's like that you believe might be a little problematic. Just like, don't post it. YouTube Shorts, you can basically use any music or any footage you want. Stuff rarely gets taken down for copyright on YouTube Shorts. YouTube long form, you gotta be a little bit more careful with that, because they will copyright strike, take down videos for copyright. They will demonetize videos for copyright. On YouTube Shorts, you can use whatever music, whatever footage, and it will still stay monetized. However, YouTube Shorts does tend to pay a little bit less. Generally, you're going to make only a few cents per 1,000 views. For me, it's generally around 14 cents per 1,000 views. It can be as little as 1 cent. It can be as much as like 30 cents. It all depends on who's the advertiser for that video. For long form, it's generally going to be a few dollars per 1,000 views. So you're going to make a lot more on YouTube long form. You can check your RPM in the YouTube Studio app, so you can find out how much you're actually making on average. Of course, the money is mostly in the long form content. Make sure you're not posting anything really bad. YouTube rarely will take anything down. Just make sure you're being careful. If people start getting upset or uptight about what you're posting, that might be the time to take it down, because if people decide they're going to start mass reporting it and YouTube finds something wrong with it, your channel probably will get taken down. 3 strikes, you're out. So if YouTube gives you 3 strikes, your channel is off the platform. So just keep that in mind. Green dollar signs are what you want to see. Once you're monetized, you'll start seeing these dollar signs throughout your videos. If you have a green dollar sign, that means that you are completely monetized. Everything is fine. Yellow dollar sign means that it's limited, like it might be limited by region. You might make a little bit less money than you would because, it's limited. Red dollar signs means you're not being monetized. You could be demonetized for many different reasons. One of the most popular being copyright. You could also get it for community guideline strikes. So if you're posting long form, make sure that you're using non-copyrighted music, non-copyrighted footage. If you're posting anything that's like made by a big company, like I'm talking Disney, HBO Max, like any music made by a very popular artist, keep in mind that you're probably going to get demonetized or even taken down for that. So I suggest sticking to non-copyrighted material. And yeah, basically that's it. Make sure you're posting consistently. Make sure that you're listening to your audience. Make sure that you're checking your studio. There's many different functions in your studio that you can check to see what type of things that people like, what type of things that people don't like. Keep in mind that you're going to want to post a mix of things that you want and things that your audience wants. So yes, of course, post things that you like, but keep in mind the people that you're targeting. If you're targeting kids, you probably don't want to be posting anything really edgy. If you're targeting adults, you probably don't want to post anything too childish. Know your audience. And basically that's it. I know most people watching this video are probably not currently monetized, but keep in mind that it's an attainable goal, even though it seems really scary and big now. It's not going to be like that forever. Keep in mind that it takes longer for some, it might take years for you, it might take months for you. One video can put you into monetization territory. So do not feel discouraged. All right? Keep posting, keep going consistently. And if you want a video that's more in depth about how you can get the stats needed to get monetized, I will link it below, because I did do that video. Not many people watched it, but if you are interested in it, of course, go ahead and watch it. And basically, that's it, guys. Keep posting, keep being you, keep enjoying yourself. You'll reach your goals one day. Bye.